Last week, we talked about the importance of having a vision and how you write a vision in the most powerful and effective way. Today, I want to answer the question that came in from one of you that said, how do you keep your vision top of mind? Have you ever set a goal before and you got really, really excited about it, but within a few weeks, maybe you forgot about the goal, you said, oh, I'm busy, I'll do that later. And what usually happens is there's this excitement in the beginning, and then we get busy, we get distracted, we get on with our lives, and the desire and the interest in that goal or that vision starts to fade. And when the interest in that vision starts to fade, what happens is it loses its intensity, it loses its interest, it loses its focus, and typically it ends up dying, and we never go back and revisit that goal. And this is why most New Year's resolutions fail, is because there's this excitement in the beginning, there's this energy, yes, I'm going to do it, but with time, it fades away. And so the question came in, how do I keep my vision more top of mind? How do I keep my passion and engagement with it? So today I want to give you a few tools to help you keep that vision top of mind, to keep that passion, keep that engagement with the vision so that it's not something that just lives in your journal, but you are having the living, breathing result of it, where it concretizes into your real life. Because we don't just want the idea of a life we love, we want the living, breathing version of it. One popular and effective way to keep your vision more alive is through creating a vision board. And it's pretty common this time of year where people get together, they cut out pictures from magazines, from different articles, and put together a picture of the life they would love to create. And why vision boards are highly effective is we're visual people. We connect emotionally to pictures. And so when you see a picture of somebody walking on a beach, it creates more emotional connection. And the more emotionally engaged we are with our vision, the more power it has. And so having a vision board where you have pictures of what it would look like to be living that life. Again, you walking on the beach, maybe at your wedding with your kids, traveling the world, doing work that you love, and putting that vision board somewhere where you're connecting with it on an ongoing basis will help you to keep that image and that vision more alive. Of course, you can also do this by placing pictures on your fridge, having your screensaver on your computer, on your phone. There's vision board apps. The whole idea is creating a relationship with your vision where you're connecting with it consistently. So think about right now, how could you incorporate a vision board or pictures around you where you're seeing them on a regular basis? The second way to create connection with your vision, to keep it more alive, is to really create a practice or a ritual of reading that vision every day. And so taking 5 minutes when you first wake up in the morning, where you're maybe journaling about that life that you would love, or you're reading your vision, but making it part of your daily routine. Maybe it's while you're drinking your coffee and you read your vision in the morning or before you go to bed. But think about a time in your day where you can make it a practice or a ritual where you're connecting with that vision. And when you do that consistently at the same time every day, it becomes a habit, just like brushing your teeth. And as you do that more frequently, you're connecting to the vision, you're keeping it top of mind. Before I share steps 3 and 4, I want to remind you that next week is the Vision Workshop, where a group of like-minded individuals will be gathering both in person and virtually to really create a life they would love. And I would highly, highly encourage you to be at that event. It's going to be a powerful 2 days to really support you in making this your best year ever. So let's get on to step 3 and 4. The third way to stay connected to your vision is by having partners in believing or accountability partners. Who in your life can you share your vision with? It's a great practice to pick somebody in your life where they're also interested in growing themselves this year. They have a big idea, they have a big dream that they want to accomplish. And setting up a day and a time where you're going to call each other once a week. So maybe it's Sunday nights at 7 o'clock, you're going to get on the phone with this person and you're just going to share, here's my vision. And you're going to share that vision with each other so that you're holding that picture for each other. And by having that partner in believing or that accountability partner, you're consistently connecting with somebody else on that. The other side benefit of having that accountability partner or that partner in believing is that sometimes when you don't believe in that vision and that it's actually going to happen, our partner in believing can believe in that for us. So we can have somebody else's belief on our vision for us. And the fourth and final way to really stay connected with your vision, why this is all important is the more related we are with our vision, the more connected we are with it, the greater the chances of turning it from an idea into a reality. If you are casual with your vision, the universe will be casual with you about it. When you're committed, you're dedicated, you're engaged with your vision, the universe reads that as your intention, and it'll help you to make that manifest. So the fourth, and I believe one of the most powerful ways to keep that vision alive is to have a coach, is to have somebody that's really holding you accountable to that vision. So that when you get distracted and that when life gets busy, you have somebody else reminding you of your vision, why it was important to you, and to help you take the right steps consistently to help you manifest that vision. And so do you have that proper structure of support around you to help keep that vision top of mind? Because if you're like most people, life will get busy and that will start to fade to the background. So if this is your year and you're really ready to decide for that vision, create some images, post those around you. Make it a ritual to read that vision and connect with that vision every day at the same time. Find a partner in believing and get some coaching and mentorship to help you stay connected to that vision so it doesn't fade away. And by using last week's video about how to write the vision and these 4 tools to help really keep that vision alive, these tools have supported many, many people to help find the loves of their life, to go on those trips, to build their dream homes, to really step into a life they love. So if this is your year and you're ready, make sure that you commit to implementing these steps. I would love to hear from you. What is your commitment in working with your vision? Comment below. Let me know what you're committing to do to keep that vision top of mind. And here is to you living a life you love.